3 years have passed since Meghan Markle expressed the importance of thriving rather than simply surviving. During this time, it's become evident that Markle and Prince Harry are struggling due to their own narcissism and self-delusion. Their reputation has been tarnished by accusations of laziness and grifting, even by a Spotify executive. This poses a significant problem for the couple in Hollywood, and it's unlikely to fade away soon. So what's going to happen to them? And why is Meghan's empire crumbling? Stay tuned to know all the details. Before we begin, please remember to press the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and show your support by liking and sharing the video. And with that said, let's start. Recently, the Sussexes faced a setback when Spotify dropped them. This is a major blow since they're not fulfilling their contractual obligations and were deemed difficult to work with. Furthermore, there are reports of Prince Harry's unsuccessful attempts at collaborating on a podcast, highlighting his lack of intellectual prowess. Despite their claims and promises, the couple has produced minimal content with only a single holiday episode and 12 episodes of Archwell audio. Unfortunately, their podcast failed to engage listeners and gradually lost its appeal, resulting in lower rankings on Spotify. Consequently, the cancellation of their contract with Spotify severely limits their prospects in the industry. Some sources suggest that the couple's experience at Spotify could provide valuable lessons for future content creation. However, this optimistic outlook fails to acknowledge the reality that without financial pressure and concrete targets, Harry and Meghan may lack the motivation and drive to succeed. Businesses typically expect their partners to not only meet but exceed their targets. Harry and Meghan's laissez-faire attitude is unlikely to inspire confidence in potential investors or partners, reducing their chances of securing lucrative deals. Moreover, the termination of their partnership with Spotify has implications for their Netflix deal as well. This setback could diminish the fees that they can command for future projects, as potential investors may hesitate to commit substantial funds without guarantees of successful delivery. Their mismanagement and lack of accountability have eroded the trust of industry insiders, making it difficult for them to secure another lucrative deal. Instead of receiving multi-million-dollar contracts, they may need to settle for significantly lower sums. Additionally, the couple's decision to pursue independent projects not connected to their major media partners further erodes trust. This move implies a betrayal of the very people who have invested in them, and suggests that Netflix deal may not be progressing smoothly either. While their Harry and Meghan documentary likely garnered substantial attention, their subsequent release, Living to Lead, failed to make a significant impact. These factors support the view of Harry and Meghan as lazy grifters as labeled by the Spotify executive. Markle's mistaken belief that her title alone would attract easy money in Hollywood has proven unfounded. In contrast, successful influencers and content creators know that hard work is essential to thrive in their respective fields. The speaker acknowledges that their own dedication to creating content and highlights the challenges faced during royal events. They argue that Harry and Meghan's unwillingness to put in the necessary effort demonstrates cowardice and abandonment rather than thriving. In the world of Hollywood, success doesn't come easy. The Kardashians, despite their reputation for laziness, actually work hard to maintain their fame. On the other hand, Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, seem to be content sitting at home without making significant contributions to their career. It raises the question, what exactly do they do all day? Surviving in the entertainment industry requires more than just ideas. You need to bring those ideas to life and prove your worth. Currently, Harry and Meghan find themselves in a state of panic because they may not receive the lucrative deals they were hoping for with Netflix and Spotify. This means they could potentially miss out on a staggering $50 million, and they only have themselves to blame. It's important to note that they can't shift the blame to Netflix or Spotify. While working with these platforms may have presented challenges, it was a part of the deal they willingly entered into. They expected rewards in return for their commitment, but they failed to deliver the necessary effort. Meghan in particular has always relied on survival mode, hoping that someone would hand her success without putting in the hard work. This approach simply isn't sustainable. Interestingly, a theater professor once told Meghan that she had talent and potential as an actress, but she needed to work on her skills, especially in theater. However, Meghan didn't want to put in the effort to develop her craft. Consequently, her acting career suffered as she relied on her looks rather than honing her skill. Meeting Harry came as a stroke of luck for her as she was reaching an age, 40, where the industry considers actresses too old to play certain roles. Without the ability to act, Meghan needed an alternative route to success, which she found through her marriage to Harry. Meghan's plans involved creating a narrative of victimhood in the media, hoping it would attract attention and opportunities from Hollywood. She expected to receive offers and gifts without having to work too hard. However, the reality turned out to be different. For instance, Spotify, after signing a deal worth $20 million with Harry and Meghan, expected them to produce substantial content. This meant the couple had to deliver engaging episodes, each costing around $1.5 million to produce. If they received the full amount, it would still be an abysmal return of investment for Spotify. Although the exact sum they received remains unclear, it's evident that they didn't fulfill the expectations of their Spotify deal. This failure will likely affect their future prospects, as other businesses won't be willing to invest heavily in them either. They can no longer rely on the benefit of the doubt, as word spreads within the industry about their lack of commitment. Initially, when Harry and Meghan ventured into Hollywood, they enjoyed attention and intrigue. Despite Meghan's questionable reputation, the industry was curious to see what her association with Harry would bring. However, they soon discovered that their return on investment wasn't as promising as anticipated. They had a small window of opportunity, a year or two, to prove their worth and demonstrate that they are valuable investments for Netflix, Spotify, and other Hollywood entities. Unfortunately, they squandered this opportunity by taking too long to produce content and failing to deliver on their promises. Harry and Meghan are currently in survival mode after facing setbacks with their media deals. Spotify dropped them, and it's likely that Netflix will follow suit. Their chances of being picked up by Apple or Amazon's Audible are uncertain, and even if they do, the deals won't be as lucrative as before. Meghan's show Pearl was already canceled, and she's struggling to find new projects. Despite Spotify's efforts to promote her show, the analytics revealed that it didn't perform well, leading to its funding being cut off. Meghan, however, seemed to have difficulty accepting this reality, as she was determined to continue the project based on the number of episodes they had. Her refusal to acknowledge the business perspective of Spotify's decision showcases her self-absorbed nature. One may wonder if William and Morrison Endeavor, the agency that represents them, are aware of the impending loss of the Spotify and Netflix deals before signing Harry and Meghan. Their diminishing dividends may force them to downsize their extravagant lifestyle, which includes frequent purchases of expensive clothes and accessories. Their reckless spending habits, combined with a substantial security expense, have likely contributed to their financial troubles. While Meghan may be able to move around Montecito without excessive security, any criticism she receives for her actions, especially related to her impact on the royal family, seems to greatly offend her. In this survival mode, Harry and Meghan will face the challenge of finding new opportunities to sustain themselves. Their desperation for attention and money may lead them to make more radical choices, which could potentially pose a threat to the royal family. They may feel compelled to continually push the boundaries of their storytelling to maintain public interest. However, this could lead them to fabricate outrageous stories that will only further erode their credibility. Even though some of their claims have already been debunked, they might resort to even more outlandish statements to stay in the spotlight. William and Morrison Endeavor are likely exerting pressure on Meghan to salvage her credibility after she made a public spectacle of herself by claiming to be involved in a high-speed paparazzi chase in Manhattan, an incident that few believe to be true. The collapse of their Spotify deal revealed that they currently lack a platform to showcase their content, and it seems challenging for them to attract a sizable audience. The burst of their narcissist bubble has pushed them into survival mode. Their marriage may also be under strain due to the mounting challenges they face. Harry's legal battles have dredged up past issues, and his narrative is being publicly challenged in court. Meghan and Harry's relationship with the royal family remains strained, and they've lost many of their friendships in the UK. As their lives crumble around them, the people they disregard and try to tear down continue to thrive, while they are left to fend for themselves. Harry and Meghan have become a sideshow spectacle, attracting attention for their downfall rather than their success. Their attempts to position themselves as superior to the royal family have been met with rejection from the world. Meghan's future prospects in Hollywood are uncertain, and it may be best for the both of them to reassess their situation, recover from their wounds, and seek stable employment. The world will continue to watch, not in support, but to witness the disaster they've made of their lives. Ultimately, they're surviving rather than thriving, while those they targeted continue to move forward. And that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell. Because trust me, you don't want to miss out on the exciting content that's just around the corner. This is your host signing off, wishing you all an awesome day. Stay tuned.